同。
Because they were two different audiences.
因為係有兩種唔同嘅聽眾。
They were like two different grounds.
就好似唔同嘅土地一樣。
And the same seed was sown on these different grounds.
同一樣嘅種子就撒喺唔同嘅土地上。
But one of this ground did not find the word useful. It did not profit them.
其中嘅一個土地唔覺得呢個嘅道係有益。
It did not profit that person.
亦都對佢哋係冇呢個益處。
So these people didn't see the good effects that came from the word.
呢啲人佢哋睇唔到呢個道所帶嚟嘅益處。
They weren't able to use it properly.
佢哋亦都唔可以好好咁利用佢。
Because they didn't mix it with their faith.
因為佢哋就係冇用佢哋嘅信心與呢個道調和。
So these two people, these two audiences, they had the same chance, but because the faith didn't become real action, some were not benefited.
就係因為佢哋冇用佢哋嘅信心喺佢哋日常生活裏邊，所以呢個嘅道冇呢個嘅果效。
Yeah. So if we study this verse, we see a few important points.
如果我哋查考呢個經節，我哋會發覺到有幾點係好重要嘅。
Firstly, is that the word is not prejudiced.
首先嘅就係呢個嘅道係冇偏見嘅。
Because God is not prejudiced.
因為神就冇偏見。
God's will isn't down to only one race or one gender.
神嘅旨意唔係俾某一啲嘅人或者某一啲性別。
His will, His salvation plan is open to everybody.
神嘅旨意，神嘅救贖係俾眾人嘅。
His word is for everybody.
佢嘅話語係俾眾人嘅。
And we see that this faith that became useful.
咁我哋睇得到呢個嘅信心就有呢個嘅益處。
It first comes from the word itself.
呢個信心首先就係從神嘅道而嚟。
And where does this word come from?
咁呢個道又從何而嚟呢？
How does it arrive at those who do not yet know it?
咁呢個道又點樣會傳到去嗰啲未曾聽見嘅人身上呢？
It says in verse 2 that the word which they heard.
第二節呢度話佢哋所聽見嘅道。
So they have to have heard it first.
佢哋即係話佢哋首先要曾經係聽過呢個嘅道。
So we know from Romans chapter 10 verse 17.
咁從羅馬書第10章17節嗰度話
We know that faith comes from hearing.
我哋知道呢個信心係從聽而嚟㗎。
So when we hear, this brings about a change in our life.
咁當我哋聽到呢個嘅道嘅時候，亦都帶到俾我哋生命上一個嘅改變。
We can be the hearer, but we can be also the speaker.
我哋可以做呢個聆聽者，但係我哋亦都可以做呢個傳揚福音嘅人。
We need to be the one to bring the word to other people so they can hear it.
我哋亦都要需要去傳講呢個福音，讓其他人亦都可以聽到呢個嘅福音。
Because we want them to receive the benefit also.
因為我哋亦都想其他人得到呢個嘅益處。
So the speaker, the receiver need to be willing to listen to this good news.
所以無論係講嘅或者聽嘅，佢哋首先係要願意去領受呢個嘅真理。
Because we, as those who have already heard it, need to make it known to other people.
因為我哋呢一班已經領受咗嘅，我哋要俾其他人知道。
But we also need to hear it properly.
但係我哋要嘅就係好小心咁樣去聆聽。
Very often we hear lots of things with our ears.
我哋好常會用我哋嘅耳朵聽好多唔同嘅事。
But we may not truly listen to what we have heard.
但係我哋未必會真正去聽所講出嚟嘅事。
We need to listen with our heart.
我哋需要嘅就係用我哋個心去聆聽。
So that the noise that we are listening to becomes a change in our life.
所以無論我哋所聽到嘅係乜嘢，喺我哋嘅身上發出呢個嘅改變。
So from verse 2 we also see that for this word to be effective, it needs to become internal.
咁喺第2節我哋亦都睇得到，如果想呢個嘅道有呢個嘅果效嘅話，亦都要係從發自內心嘅。
Because the verse reminds us that the word was in those.
因為呢個經節話俾我哋聽，呢個嘅道係喺我哋嘅裏面。
In those who heard it.
係喺嗰啲已經聽到嘅人嘅裏面。
So it had already become a part of their body.
已經成為咗佢哋生命嘅一部分。
It was no longer an external word.
呢個嘅道已經唔係喺佢哋身體以外嘅。
It wasn't just someone else's thoughts, but it became their own thoughts.
亦都唔係只係單係人哋嘅思念，而係變成自己嘅思念。
This word needs to become our own.
所以呢個嘅道理要成為我哋個人嘅，要屬於我哋自己嘅。
Yeah, our faith needs to become our own.
我哋嘅信心要屬於我哋個人嘅。
It needs to be in those who have heard it.
亦都要係存喺嗰啲已經聽到呢個道理嘅人心上。
So this verse tells us that we need to mix the word with faith.
呢個經節話俾我哋聽，我哋需要嘅就係用信心與道調和。
And when it is mixed, it means that both are just as important as each other.
當你兩者已經調和嘅時候，即係話兩樣嘢已經係同等嘅重要。
But they need to be combined to be something even more beneficial.
咁當兩樣嘢調和一齊嘅時候，要成為一樣更加重要嘅事。
Because just having the word is not enough.
因為只係單係有呢個道係唔足夠㗎。
Because you only have the knowledge, and knowledge is not enough on its own.
當你只係有呢個知識，單係靠知識係唔足夠㗎。
Knowledge isn't something that will guarantee something else will happen.
有知識係唔代表某一件事就一定會發生。
For example, if I know how to make a cake,
例如嚟講，如果我係識做一個蛋糕，
but I never actually make the cake,
但係我實質上係從來未做過一個蛋糕，
or I never share the instructions with other people,
或者我冇將做蛋糕嘅方法同其他人去分享嘅話，
then what use is this knowledge?
咁有呢個知識又有咩嘅益處呢？
I don't get the benefit.
我自己冇呢個益處，
The people around me don't get the benefit.
我身邊嘅人亦都冇呢個益處，
It remains something that is only inside of you.
只係會成為一個喺你嘅內心嘅一件事。
So we need to mix the word with our faith.
所以我哋需要嘅就係用信心與道調和。
It needs to become real life actions in your life.
需要嘅就係喺我哋生命中有呢個實質嘅果效。
Because only then can it change you and change those around you.
唯有咁樣先至可以改變到我哋自己同埋我哋身邊嘅人。
This word gives us hope.
呢個嘅信，呢個嘅道俾到我哋盼望，
And this sustains our faith.
亦都可以維持我哋嘅信心。
And then this faith becomes visible in your life.
咁呢個信心喺你嘅生命上亦都可以彰顯出嚟。
If we think about the word that is not mixed with faith,
當我哋諗下，如果呢個信心同呢個道冇調和一齊嘅時候，
then it is like undigested food.
就好似未曾消化嘅食物一樣。
When you eat food,
當你食物嘅時候，
you eventually receive the vitamins, the nutrients from that food.
到最後呢個食物你所食嘅食物，你會得到佢嘅營養。
Eventually you digest it and your body gets the benefit.
到最後，當你嘅身體吸收消化咗嘅時候，你就可以得到呢個嘅益處。
But if you don't mix it together, if you don't digest, then you can't get the benefit.
但係當你冇調和，你冇消化嘅時候，你就唔可以得到佢嘅益處，
It just becomes extra knowledge that you may have.
只係會成為一個你所有嘅知識，
It cannot help you to grow spiritually.
係唔可以讓到你屬靈上去長進，
It just remains undigested food.
只係成為一個未被消化嘅食物，
It's not been meditated upon.
你亦都冇去好好咁樣去思考佢，
It has not been something that can become part of your life.
亦都喺你身上冇成為你生命嘅一部分，
And it cannot help you and it cannot help the people around you.
亦都幫唔到你，亦都幫唔到你身邊嘅人。
So this word and this faith need to be mixed together
所以道同信心需要調和埋一齊，
in equal proportion.
係要平衡咁樣調和嘅。
So there's equal amounts of each.
所以兩者係要有同等嘅份量。
So we need to devote ourselves to the word as much as we can devote ourselves to living a genuine faith.
所以我哋要鍾情於呢個道嘅，亦都要
And also live out a genuine faith.
亦都要活出一個純正嘅信心。
We need to devote ourselves to both.
我哋要專注喺兩方面身上。
His word, our faith.
神嘅道，我哋嘅信心
They are balanced
係平衡嘅，
and they allow us to be profitable in our life.
讓我哋生命中得到益處。
So this verse is something that we should all be thinking about.
所以呢個經節我哋要常常去思想。
We know this from James chapter 2.
咁我哋從雅各書第2章亦都知道，
We know James chapter 2 very well
我哋非常之熟悉雅各書第2章，
because it tells us that our faith without works is dead.
因為喺嗰度話俾我哋聽，信心沒有行為是死的。
So our belief needs to come hand in hand with our actions.
所以我哋嘅信仰同我哋嘅行為要肩並肩。
Our faith needs to show in our everyday life.
喺我哋日常生活裏邊，我哋要彰顯我哋嘅信心。
We know this from verse 17.
從第17節嗰度我哋睇得到。
Thus also faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead.
第17節，這樣信心若沒有行為，就是死的。
So faith cannot be called true faith if it just remains internal.
所以如果我哋嘅信心只係喺我哋嘅內面嘅話，呢個唔稱得上為一個真實嘅信心。
Because it just remains inside of you.
因為只係喺你個人內心裏面，
It's not visible.
係俾其他人睇唔到㗎。
Because it's not turning into some good works.
因為呢個只係在內嘅信心，亦都唔會演變成為一啲善嘅事。
It cannot cause good works to be achieved, and it is not useful.
係冇呢個嘅用處嘅，亦都冇呢個好嘅果效。
Because the verse reminds us that if it is this, then it is actually dead.
因為呢個17節話俾我聽，如果係咁樣嘅話，信心就是死的。
Faith needs to live with works.
呢個信心要同行為共存。
Otherwise, it is dead. It does not give life.
因為如果係死嘅話，就冇呢個生命。
It is not alive itself.
佢自己本身就唔係活着。
Instead, we need to be full of this living word.
反而嘅，我哋要滿有呢個活嘅道理，
So that it becomes a living faith guiding our every step.
讓我哋每一日都有呢個活嘅信仰去帶領我哋每一步。
And when this living word lives in us,
當呢個活嘅道理存喺我哋嘅心裏邊嘅時候，
through God's living spirit,
藉着神嘅活嘅靈，
then we are living a true Christian life.
咁我哋就可以活出一個真實嘅信徒嘅人生。
So when we read James chapter 2,
咁當我哋讀過雅各書第2節嘅時候，
we understand that just belief in God is not enough.
我哋亦都明白到，只係單信神係唔足夠㗎。
To say that you are a Christian and not living out a Christian life is not how we should be living.
如果你話你係一個基督徒，但係你嘅生命裏邊係冇基督徒嘅榜樣，係唔足夠㗎。
This isn't how we should be living.
我哋亦都唔應該係咁樣活着。
How do we know this?
我哋點樣會知道呢一點
We
呢？
know this from verse 19.
我哋從19節會睇得到。
Chapter 2, verse 19.
2章19節，
You believe that there is one God, you do well. Even the demons believe and tremble.
19節，你信神只有一位，你信的不錯，鬼魔也信，卻是戰兢。
So if you just believe and do not live a Christian life,
所以如果你只係相信，但係你冇活出一個基督徒嘅人生嘅話，
then from verse 19 we see even the demons believe in
喺
God.
19節話俾我哋聽，鬼魔也信神。
So we are just at the same level as those.
如果係咁樣嘅話，我哋同鬼魔一樣。
Even these demons who are directly against God can acknowledge his existence.
甚至呢啲鬼魔，佢哋係直接去敵擋神嘅，
They can still acknowledge his existence.
佢哋亦都認同神嘅存在。
Not only do they acknowledge,
佢哋唔單止去認同，
they even tremble.
佢哋甚至戰兢。
They understand the power of this God.
佢哋亦都明白神嘅大能。
So for us to just believe is not enough.
所以如果我哋只係相信係唔足夠嘅，
Just saying the words is not enough.
只係講神嘅話語亦都唔足夠。
We need to have a true faith.
我哋要有呢個真實嘅信仰，
A faith that is mixed with his word.
一個有信心同道調和嘅信仰，
It means that we are more than just these demons.
代表我哋與呢個鬼魔係唔同，
It means that we understand the full depth of God.
亦都話我哋完全去明白神嘅個性。
We are willing to allow his presence into our everyday life.
我哋願意讓神喺我哋生命中彰顯出嚟。
Don't just live on the same level as these demons.
我哋唔好同鬼魔係同一等。
Don't just be a Christian by name.
我哋唔好只係呢個有名嘅基督徒。
Be a Christian through the life that you live.
我哋要藉着我哋活着嘅生命嚟成為一個真正嘅基督徒。
So we understand that the word needs to link into our faith.
咁我哋明白到神嘅道需要喺我哋嘅生命上。
This is actually very important for us.
呢個對我哋嚟講係非常之重要。
Because through the word we learn more and more about God himself.
因為藉着神嘅道，我哋可以更加去認識神。
This faith then links into our actions and our works.
呢個嘅信心就會與我哋嘅行為同埋我哋嘅人生連埋一齊。
So all these are linked.
所以呢啲全部都係連結起嚟嘅，可以。
Let's refer to Exodus chapter 19.
我哋睇下出埃及記嘅第19章。
Exodus chapter 19.
出埃及記嘅第19章。
We'll read verse 5.
我哋睇下第5節。
Verse 5.
第5節。
Now therefore, if you will indeed obey my voice and keep my covenant, then you shall be a special treasure to me and above all people, for all the earth is mine.
第5節。如今你們若實在聽從我的話，遵守我的約，就要在萬民中作屬我的子民，因為全地都是我的。
So from verse 5 we see that we need to obey his voice and keep his commandment.
咁從第5節我哋睇得到，我哋需要嘅就係聽從神嘅話，遵守神嘅約。
So his voice means the word.
咁呢個神嘅話就係代表神嘅道。
To keep the covenant means we need to have faith in God.
遵守神嘅約就係代表我哋要對神有呢個信心。
Faith that he will keep to his promises.
咁神對呢個信心係有呢個嘅應許嘅。
God will keep to his promise.
神係會守佢嘅約嘅。
So we need to act in a way which does not break this covenant promise.
所以我哋嘅行為係唔可以去破壞神嘅同我哋嘅約。
Yeah. So his voice means the word, keeping the covenant means we need to have faith.
神嘅話就係呢個道，守呢個嘅約就係代表我哋呢個信心。
They need to be linked together.
呢個全部都係有關聯嘅。
Our faith needs to be put into action.
我哋嘅信心需要有呢個行為。
It's not just a thought.
唔係只係一個嘅思念，
or an afterthought.
或者一個事後嘅思念。
It is not just a nice idea that we have.
唔係只係我哋有呢個。
It's not just an idea in our mind.
唔係只係我哋腦海裏面一個嘅觀念。
And we have an idea, but we live out a life completely different.
或者我哋腦海中有呢個嘅觀念，但係我哋嘅生活係完全唔同。
Instead, we need to act out these commandments.
反而嘅我哋喺我哋生命上，我哋要行出呢一切嘅誡命。
So that our life runs parallel to what God has planned out for us.
所以我哋嘅人生要同神為我哋安排嘅旨意係同行嘅。
Let's also look at 1 John.
我哋亦都可以睇下約翰一書。
1 John chapter 2.
約翰一書嘅第2章。
1 John chapter 2, verse 4 and 5.
約翰一書2章4至5節。
Verse 4.
第4節。
He who says, I know him, and does not keep his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. 5. But whoever keeps his word, truly the love of God is perfected in him. By this we know that we are in him.
4節。人若說我認識他，卻不遵守他的誡命，便是說謊話的，真理也不在他心裏面了。5節。凡遵守主的道的，愛神的心也在他裏面，實在是完全的。從此我們知道，我們是在主裏面。
So the three aspects in these verses are to keep his word, to know him, and to keep his commandments.
咁呢度話俾我哋聽3樣事情，就係要認識神，遵守神嘅誡命，
And keep his word.
遵守神嘅道理。
So to keep his word means we need to understand his truth.
要守神嘅道 嘅意思就係我哋要明白佢嘅真理。
to live a life that is true to His word.
我哋嘅一生裏邊要行出神嘅話語。
And then we need to know Him,
咁之後我哋亦都要認識神，
which means we have faith in His true essence.
即係話我哋對神嘅本質係有呢個嘅信心。
And then, if the love of God is perfected in you,
如果嘅神嘅愛喺我哋嘅裏面完全嘅話，
then we become more and more like Him.
我哋就會越更加像神。
To know Him more, so we become more and more perfect.
讓我哋更加像神，讓我哋更加完全。
And thirdly, we need to keep His commandments.
第三就係我哋要守佢嘅誡命，
So our works need to be according to His rules.
所以我哋嘅行為要按照神嘅規則。
So this is explained in verse 6.
呢個喺第6節我哋睇得到。
Verse 6, He who says he abides in Him ought himself also to walk just as He walked.
第6節，人若說他住在主裏面，就該自己照主所行的去行。
So if our faith and our works are really aligned,
所以如果我哋嘅信心同我哋嘅行為係同行嘅話，
then we will naturally walk in the way that God has walked before.
咁我哋好自然嘅就會行出主所行過嘅。
So His word and knowing Him and our faith need to be linked together.
所以神嘅道，我哋認識神同埋守佢嘅誡命，
And our faith
同埋我哋嘅信心
is all linked together.
係全部都有關聯嘅。
This is the standard that our faith should rise to.
咁我哋嘅信心係應該去到呢個嘅程度。
We understand God, we understand our role in His salvation plan.
當我哋明白神嘅時候，我哋就會明白我哋喺神嘅救恩嘅計劃裡面嘅旨意，
And it gives us faith in His life that our eternal life is guaranteed.
亦都俾到我哋呢個嘅確定，我哋可以得到呢個永生嘅憑據。
And once we have this faith,
當我哋有呢個嘅信心嘅時候，
then our works and our deeds will naturally come as a result.
咁好自然就會我哋有呢個美好嘅行為，
And we will very naturally shine out the light of Christ.
我哋好自然咁樣亦都會彰顯神嘅光。
So if we think about someone who was able to mix their word with the faith,
咁當我哋思想，當一個人可以將信心同呢個道調和埋一齊嘅時候，
we know from the Bible a very good example.
我哋從聖經裏邊有個好好嘅例子，
From Genesis chapter 22,
從創世記22章，
we read about someone who went through a very difficult faith test.
我哋會知道一個人佢經歷過一個好艱難嘅試煉，
Someone we know very well.
呢個人我哋非常之認識，
But if we study his faith example, we can gain a lot of benefit.
但係當我哋查考佢嘅時候，我哋可以有好大嘅得着。
So the event is recorded in Genesis chapter 22.
咁呢個事蹟就喺創世記22章裏面。
But let's refer to Hebrews chapter 11.
咁我哋可以睇下希伯來書嘅第11章。
Hebrews chapter 11.
希伯來書嘅第11章，
Let's read from verse 17 to 19.
我哋睇17至19節。
So this biblical character is Abraham.
咁呢個聖經嘅人物就係亞伯拉罕。
In verse 17,
第17節。
by faith, Abraham, when he was tested, offered up Isaac. And he who had received the promises offered up his only begotten son, 18,
18
of whom it was said, in Isaac your seed shall be called, 19,
19
concluding that God was able to raise him up even from the dead, from which he also received him in a figurative sense.
17節，亞伯拉罕因着信，被試驗的時候，就把以撒獻上，這便是那歡喜領受應許的，將自己獨生的兒子獻上。論到這兒子，曾有話說：從以撒生的才要稱為你的後裔。他以為神還能叫人從死裏復活，他也彷彿從死中得回他的兒子來。
So Abraham went through a time of testing.
咁當時亞伯拉罕就經過一個嘅試驗嘅時候，
But through this period of testing, he didn't let go of his faith.
但係喺呢個試驗當中，佢冇放棄佢嘅信心。
We see that he continued to have faith in his God.
我哋睇得到嘅，佢一路向佢嘅神都有呢個嘅信心。
He knew that whatever his God required of him,
佢明白到無論神向佢要求嘅係乜嘢，
he would faithfully do.
佢會好忠心咁樣去做出。
He understood the word from God.
佢從神裏邊去明白到神嘅説話，
He mixed it with his own faith.
佢將佢自己嘅信心同神嘅説話調和埋一齊。
Because his actions fulfilled the will of God in his life.
因為喺佢個生命中，佢嘅行為已經完成咗神嘅
The will of God.
神嘅旨意。
We see this very clearly.
我哋好清楚去睇到呢一點。
He had true faith in his God.
佢對佢個神係有呢個真實嘅信心。
His faith gave him hope
佢嘅信心亦都俾到佢一個嘅盼望，
because God asked him to offer up his only son.
因為神叫佢要獻上佢唯一嘅獨生兒子。
But he understood that this God asking him was the God of all life.
佢亦都明白呢個嘅神，
He was the God of life.
呢個嘅神係掌管生命嘅神。
He would be able to raise him even from the dead.
呢個神係可以從死裏叫人復活嘅。
So Abraham had faith that God could resurrect his son.
咁亞伯拉罕有信心，神可以叫佢嘅獨生子再次復活起嚟。
But if this was not God's will to resurrect his son,
但係如果神嘅旨意唔係要佢嘅兒子復活嘅話，
then his faith allowed him to understand that he would actually be in a better place with God himself.
亞伯拉罕嘅信心讓佢清楚知道，若佢個兒子死後，佢會喺一個更加好嘅地方裏面，
That is with God himself.
就係同神一齊。
So through his faith, he was able to sacrifice his only son.
所以藉着佢嘅信心，佢願意犧牲佢嘅獨生兒子。
When we read Genesis chapter 22, verse 2.
我哋睇下創世記22章嘅第2節。
Genesis chapter 22, verse 2.
創世記22章第2節。
It says, Then he said, Take now your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love.
第2節，神說：帶着你嘅兒子，就是你獨生兒子，你所愛嘅以撒。
Abraham's son, Isaac was Abraham's only son.
以撒係亞伯拉罕嘅獨生兒
He
子，
was very precious to Abraham and Sarah.
對亞伯拉罕同埋撒拉嚟講，以撒係非常之寶貴。
And not only was he their only child,
唔單止佢係獨生兒子，
Abraham had to wait 100 years to be able to be a father.
亞伯拉罕亦都要等100年先至可以作為人父。
So this Isaac was the result of their patient endurance.
所以以撒就係亞伯拉罕嘅忍耐嘅結果。
Patiently enduring, waiting for God's promise.
佢好耐心嘅去忍耐等候神嘅應許。
So for them to be able to go to the extreme of sacrificing this son,
咁令至佢哋可以咁極端咁樣去獻上佢獨生嘅兒子，
it would have been something very difficult to carry out.
相信係一件好難去作出嘅事。
But from Hebrews,
但係從希伯來書，
we read that they received the promises that God had given to them
我哋睇得到佢哋可以得着神俾佢哋嘅應許，
because they gave up this son for a better purpose.
因為佢哋獻上呢個兒子，目的係為更好嘅目的。
So at the time, perhaps they could not have understood what this purpose was.
或者當時佢哋唔會完全明白呢個原因，
But all they had to do was have full faith in God and his plan.
但係佢哋需要嘅就係有完全嘅信心，
Full faith in God and his plan.
對神嘅旨意同埋神嘅計劃有呢個完全嘅信心。
No matter how much they loved this child,
無論佢哋有幾咁愛惜呢個嘅獨生子都
no
好，
matter how long they had waited for him to come into their life,
無論佢哋期待咗幾耐等候呢個獨生兒子都好，
they loved their God more.
佢哋係愛佢哋嘅神多過呢個獨生嘅兒子。
They understood fully that God gave, and so God could take away.
佢哋完全明白賞賜在神，收取亦都係在神。
It was down to God's will.
呢個完全都係神嘅旨意。
Let's look at Job chapter 1, verse 21.
我哋可以睇下約伯記，
Job chapter 1,
約伯記嘅第1章
verse 21.
第21節。
And he said, Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return there. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord.
第21節，我赤身出於母胎，也必赤身歸回。賞賜的是神，收取的也是神。神的名是應當稱頌的。
Abraham Job understood that we come to this world with nothing.
亞伯拉罕同埋約伯都明白到，我哋係赤身出於呢個母胎㗎。
So what we are blessed with in this world,
所以無論喺我哋今生神所祝福我哋嘅係什麼，
or what God blesses us to have to be without,
又或者如果神係冇祝福我哋嘅，
so if God blesses us, or God blesses us to be without,
如果神係祝福我哋嘅，或者神係冇祝福我哋嘅都好，
God has the right to give and take as He pleases.
神係有呢個權去賞賜，亦都有呢個權去收取。
As long as we are able to say that His name shall be blessed.
我哋最終要做到嘅係稱頌神嘅名。
To know, understand our place in this world.
我哋要知道，亦都要明白我哋生喺呢個世界嘅位置。
So Abraham, his faith is a good example.
所以亞伯拉罕嘅信心係一個好好嘅例子。
And when we read James chapter 2,
當我哋睇雅各書嘅第2章嘅時候，
James chapter 2, verse 21 and 22.
雅各書2章21、22節。
Verse 21.
21
Was not Abraham our father justified by works when he offered Isaac, his son, on the altar? 22.
22
Do you see that faith was working together with his works, and by works faith was made perfect?
21我們的祖宗亞伯拉罕把他的兒子以撒獻在壇上，豈不是因行為稱義嗎？可見信心是與他的行為並行，而且信心因着行為才得成全。
So Abraham was justified by his works.
所以亞伯拉罕就因佢嘅行為稱義。
So this means he was made righteous in the sight of God through his works.
就係佢喺神嘅眼前，藉着佢嘅行為被稱義。
He was able to place his son on the altar without questioning, without doubting.
佢毫無疑問、毫無有問題咁樣去獻上佢嘅兒子。
His faith worked together with his works because he followed the word of God.
因為佢跟從神嘅話語，所以佢個信心同佢嘅行為就並行。
And this made his faith perfect.
呢個就令到佢嘅信心完全。
So today, can we emulate such a perfect faith?
咁今日我哋可唔可以學習呢個咁完全嘅信心呢？
Can we believe for so long and pray for so long for something that we want?
一啲我哋想要嘅事，我哋可唔可以為佢禱告一個長嘅時間，去深信佢呢？
Can we still have faith in God when we are faced with losing something that is so precious to us?
當我哋要面臨去失去一啲對我哋係好有價值嘅事嘅時候，我哋可唔可以仲係深信呢？
Perhaps we don't need to sacrifice our own child,
或者我哋唔需要去獻上我哋嘅獨生兒子，
but we still need to reach that level of faith where if God required of us, then we would submit without complaining.
但係當神對我哋有呢個嘅要求嘅時候，
We would submit without complaining.
我哋要冇埋怨咁樣去順從。
Do we have that level of faith?
我哋有冇呢一個程度嘅信心呢？
Can we say in Abraham's situation we would have done the same?
如果我哋處喺亞伯拉罕嘅處境嘅時候，我哋會唔會同樣做同樣嘅事呢？
It is not an easy question to ask.
呢個問題唔係可以好容易咁樣回答。
But if we truly have the love of God in our life,
但係如果我哋生命裏邊我哋係真係有神嘅愛嘅話，
then we have no reason to withhold our son from our God.
咁我哋冇理由可以去
Keep our son away from God.
我哋再冇理由去
Deny God's will. Then we have no reason to deny what God wishes.
我哋再冇理由去否定神嘅旨意。
We understand him truly.
我哋會非常之完全咁樣明白神。
We will understand his will.
我哋亦都可以明白神嘅旨意。
And we will be joyful to do as he wishes.
咁神向我哋嘅要求，我哋亦都可以好歡喜咁樣去作出。
We won't have selfish ambition.
我哋再冇呢個嘅自私嘅 目標。
Instead, our life will be a beautiful testimony to God's grace.
反而嘅，我哋嘅一生就會成為神美好嘅見證。
And from reading Genesis chapter 22,
咁當我哋讀創世記22章嘅時候，
we understand how God would continue to bless Abraham.
我哋明白到神點樣去繼續去祝福亞伯拉罕。
So he and his descendants would multiply
咁亞伯拉罕嘅後裔一路咁增加，
as much as the stars in the heaven, as much as the sand on the seashore.
就如天上嘅星、海邊嘅沙一樣。
Because Abraham was willing to offer up his son now.
因為當時亞伯拉罕係即時肯獻上佢嘅兒子，
So God gave him more sons afterwards.
之後神就俾佢更多嘅後裔。
Actually, when we are willing to give up,
其實當我哋願意去為神犧牲嘅話，
sometimes God blesses us with even more.
神係有時會俾我哋更多嘅祝福。
He allows us to understand our spirit of sacrifice is not in vain.
神會讓我哋明白，我哋有呢個願意犧牲嘅心係唔係枉然嘅。
Let us live a life like this Abraham.
我哋需要嘅就係活着一個人生像亞伯拉罕一樣。
Let us learn to mix our faith with his word and our works.
我哋要學習嘅就係要用道同我哋嘅信心去調和。
Let us use the word which we have learnt from young.
我哋需要嘅就係從我哋年輕所學習嘅道理，
Let us learn to mix it completely with our own faith.
我哋所學到嘅同我哋個人嘅信心調和埋一齊，
So that our faith is always true to him.
讓我哋嘅信心對神係真實嘅。
So that when our faith is genuine and guided by God's Spirit alone,
當我哋嘅信心係真實嘅時候，同埋有神帶領嘅時候，
then it leads us to live out a true Christian life.
讓我哋可以活出一個真正嘅基督徒嘅一生。
And let us learn to mix the word of God into every aspect of our life.
所以無論我哋生命裏邊每一點，我哋要學習嘅就係用神嘅道去調和。
So that like Abraham, God will guide us in every step
就好似亞伯拉罕一樣，神會帶領我哋每一個腳步，
and give us blessing upon blessing.
讓俾到我哋恩上加恩。
And may God continue to guide us all.
願神一路帶領我哋，
And may all glory be unto God.
一切
Amen.
榮耀歸俾天父。阿門。
Let's sing hymn 464.
我哋唱詩464首。
Faith of our fathers living still, in spite of dungeon, fire and sword. Oh, how our hearts beat high with joy when we hear that glorious word. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee till death. Faith of our fathers, we will strive to win all nations unto thee. And through the truth that comes from God, we all shall then be truly free. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee till death. Faith of our fathers, we will love, both friend and foe in all our strife, and preach thee to us, love knows love. Thy kind words on virtuous life. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, will be true to them till death.
So in our prayers we ask that we continue to have faith like our fathers.
咁喺我哋嘅禱告裏邊，我哋求神俾到我哋信心，就如亞伯拉罕一樣。
May God continue to guide us and strengthen us in our worship.
願神一路咁帶領我哋去堅固我哋，
And may He continue to guide the works of Newcastle Church.
亦都求神一路咁帶領紐卡素教會嘅成功。
And so in our final prayer, if anyone wishes to receive the laying of hands, please come forward.
喺我哋最後嘅禱告裏邊，如果需要按手嘅，請嚟到前面，
And let us all pray together.
我哋大家祈禱。
In the name of our Lord Jesus Christ we pray.
哈
two different versions, like two different versions to 頭先你講嘅首歌。頭先
Different hymn book, different version.
Yeah.
Verse
So,
line.
yeah. I don't know which one to sing.
I didn't know.